Howdy. This time I'm looking at the other animated ninja bot, Jazz. Like, well, pretty much every Jazz figure nowadays, he has to have Autobot in his product name, as Jazz alone is not trademarkable. Yes, Hasbro has a bit of a bad track record for losing the rights to various names. The Alt mode is a sports car. It's not based on any particular model, though the front resembles a Porsche 911 somewhat. But it's mainly a futuristic looking car, which fits the style of animated perfectly. Outside of that, this is a cool looking mode in general, with sleek proportions and design elements such as the exhaust pipes and headlights that add to the whole fantasy feel. There aren't any obvious robot parts on him, though when transforming him back, it's difficult to get this car completely compact, and you end up with small gaps between the doors and fins. They aren't too bad, but they're worth noting. Both the mold detailing and the number of paint apps are good, and the whole deco involves G1 Jazz. Granted, there's no iconic number 4 here. Instead, this figure replaces that with an Elite Guard symbol, a nice variation of the classic Autobot logo. The car rolls along well, but otherwise there are no gimmicks here. That doesn't matter, however, because it makes a great display piece. Like Universe Prowl and Movie Landmine, animated Jazz's transformation is typical of the common Autobot car conversion. Hood becomes chest, sides become arms, rear becomes legs. But there's a nice variation of that here. Such as how the wheels end up underneath the chest instead of on the shoulders. I like how this panel covers what would have been a gap here, though I wish the chest would lock down somehow. Jazz's robot mode is also very good. Like Prowl, he's pretty much spot on show accurate regarding the colour scheme, paint apps and mould detailing. The head sculpt is particularly well done and also evokes the G1 character with the visor. He has the lanky proportions that a ninja bot should have. His chest is a bit bulky, but that doesn't really bother me here. Also, the fins on his legs add to the look of the mode, to some extent. Jazz's articulation isn't quite as good as Prowl's, but it's still great. And providing what surface he's standing on, you can even have him in some dynamic kicking poses. I've seen other reviewers try to do this with varying degrees of success. The exhaust pipes look a bit ridiculous as elbow spurs. Fortunately, you can rotate them against his forearms, so they look less awkward. Or, you can remove them to form his energon chucks. Very unique weaponry, like Prowl's traffic light. He can hold them by the string, but I prefer him holding the actual chucks in his hand. They stay in more securely this way. Overall, Animated Jazz is an excellent figure. Perhaps not as much as Prowl, but he's pretty damn close. Buy him. Next I'm reviewing Beast Wars Terragator. Until then, remember, Cybertron is cool, but Earth rules!